How's it going, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you are hearing this message right now, that means that you are live. We're live. We're alive. I'm excited. It's always a good day to wake up on this side of the dirt. Am I right? Man, I always get to Wednesday and I feel like it's already been a whole week. But the truth is that it's only been 3 days. In fact, most of us had Labor Day off. Interesting. You know, today I carried this knife and we're going to talk about it a little bit. This is the XOM, the gravity knife that is so illegal. But I also carried this knife and I carried it for a reason. For those of you who stay in touch with the community tab, you know that I recently ran a poll where I asked and I said, hey, what should I carry for an entire month so that I could do a 30-day dedicated carry video? And the XOM and the Chavez Redemption Kickstop were on that and they're tied. So I don't know what to carry because you guys can't make up your minds. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and say hi to some people in the chat. We got some people piling in already. We got Neil McKenzie in the house, channel member. Shout out to Neil McKenzie. Thank you for being a channel member. Then we've got my man Oreo Dave, also a channel member, but also a channel moderator.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Welcome in, Oreo Dave. Good to see you, my man. Then we've got Ginger Fisher 75, another channel member. Appreciate you. And then Anaso in the house as well. Good to see you, man. Charles Wooden says, hi, folks. How's it going, Charles? Ward 918, another channel member.
Oh, yeah.
Man, these channel members, you guys know how to turn up. Thank you for coming in. My man B. Walsh also making an appearance. Good to see you, B. Walsh. Another channel member. Guys, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. It, like I was saying, like, I don't know what to carry because this is currently tied with this. And so I had this crazy thought. What if I just carried them both? But I'm going to let tonight be the deciding factor. So for those of you who do not know, on my community tab in YouTube, I've got a poll going, and on this poll I said, hey, it's single carry September. Which knife would you want to see me do an extended carry review on? I would carry this every day in September and review it at the end of the month. And this is a concept that I've wanted to do for a minute because it's so easy as someone that handles a lot of knives to pick something up, love it, put it down, move on to the next one. But that doesn't really give a product like an expensive knife. It doesn't really give it its chance in the sun, right? And it doesn't really help people that maybe this is going to be the only knife that they carry. Maybe it's their only nice knife. Maybe it's their only knife. I don't know. But I would love to do an extended carry review, throw some extra types of content in there. Like I love doing first impressions and reactions. It's fun. It's exciting. I get excited. I'm easily excited. I'm also easily entertained. Don't judge me. But right now I need your help. If you haven't done so yet, guys, please pull up another tab, go over to my community tab and vote for which knife you would like to see me do an extended carry review on. I would greatly appreciate it because if these stay tight, then I'm just going to have to carry them both. I am a little bit disappointed that more people didn't vote for this one, the Vosteed RSKAOS, because it's such a good knife. It's so good. I would love to carry this for 30 days straight. I might just do that. I might, even if I don't do it this month, I might do it next month. But XOM, Redemption 229, Got the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 on there, which surprisingly got the least amount of votes. People already carry the crap out of that knife. They know. The Manix 2 is on there. It's close-ish, 21%. But yeah, do me a favor. Pull up my community tab. If you haven't voted, go vote. I'm really interested to see what people have to say. Let's catch up with the chat a little bit. Oreo Dave says, carry one knife for a month sounds like a punishment. Honestly, it might be a little bit of a relief. Definitely not a punishment. I've got multiple pockets. I usually carry at least 2. So while the other one might be a knife that I switch out on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever, I want the opportunity to carry something nice solidly. You know, it wouldn't be the only thing that I carry. It would just be that this is the only one that I carry consistently throughout that whole month, every single day. So for example, I might, if the kickstop wins, I'd carry this one. And, you know, maybe I also decide that on a certain day I might carry this one or this one. It's just a guarantee that any given point in time, this is going to be in my pocket with the thought of what's it like to carry this thing solidly for a whole month. So that's just the idea. Definitely not a punishment. I just think it's a cool idea for some content. Oreo Dave says, can you legally carry the XO in Colorado? Yes. Yes, you can. It depends on what municipality you're carrying it in. But the laws are actually pretty loose on that. Hey, Jim Miller in the house. We got another channel member popping by. Good to see you, Jim. Shout out to the channel members.
Oh, yeah.
LCAP Addict in the house as well. Another channel member and moderator.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely appreciate you guys. Oreo Dave says, I voted for the knife formerly known as the Mayhem because I knew you were waiting for that one. Dude, it's so good. This is so good. And it's one that I haven't reviewed to death. You know, like for example, I'd honestly feel a little bad if the kickstop one, because I've already put out like 4 episodes on this knife. And you guys know I love this knife. I would have no issue carrying this knife. This is one of those knives that I classify as, you know, I need to keep it in a dark, deep hiding place. Otherwise, I'd just carry it every day anyways. There was probably a solid 2 weeks there where this was the only thing living in my pocket. Yeah, I love it. There is no mistake there. Oreo Dave says, as someone who carried one knife for 12 years before I fell into the EDC bankruptcy hole, I prefer to switch it up. That's fair, man. That's fair. And you know what? One of the beautiful things about having multiple pieces in your collection is that it gives you that variety, right? It gives you that freedom. Maybe on Wednesday you don't feel like carrying X knife. Maybe you want to carry, you know, A knife or B knife or C knife. You can mix and match with different outfits. You can accessorize. Don't let the ladies tell you that it's only for them. You can accessorize too. Yeah. 2023 equality, right? Out here living your best life. Anaso says, which knife can you open faster? The Chavez kickstop or the X? Oh, definitely the kickstop. But that's because there's no latch to unlock, right? But I'll say this is both of these are super fun to deploy regardless. For example, with this one, and I'm working on this. I saw this on Exoskeleton Knives Instagram, but there we go. Like, that's just fun. I know we're not supposed to have fun opening our knives. They're serious tools. I have fun with it. This is, and it's tough to say this because this is also very satisfying to open, but the XOM is just, it's just fantastic It's fantastic. I'm going to do a video at the end of the year where I talk about what I believe is the knife of the year. And currently, 3 of those knives that are going to be in the running are actually on this poll. The Vostede Mayhem. I'm just going to call it the Mayhem. The Riot XOM. And the Chavez Redemption 229 Kickstop, because they're all 3 in the running. Is there going to be more knives in that video discussion? Yes, absolutely. It's probably going to be one of the toughest videos that I film all year, simply because there's so many good options that I've checked out. But yeah, hey, look at that. We've got B Walsh gifting B Walsh member for 5 months. He says he'll miss the birth taking the XO back to his car. No, I will not. I will not. I don't think so. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, we got BC Gerbs in the house. Shout out to BC Gerbs. Dwayne Letterman as well. Pretty fly for a knife guy making an appearance. He says, F that. I fidget with my knives all day long. Good man. All right. Man, you guys are starting to pile in. But yeah, do me a favor if you would. At the end of the live stream, I will decide which one of these will be the everyday carry of the month. And then I'll make a video on it. I'll carry this knife along with something else in my pocket for a whole 30 days. And then I'll do a review on it based on that 30 days. Look at that. We got El Cap Addict with the gifted membership. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And congratulations to Dwayne Letterman for receiving that gifted membership. Congrats. Welcome in, Dwayne. I think you've been a member before. And thank you again to El Cap for gifting that membership live. I appreciate it. And I know that Dwayne appreciates it as well. We appreciate everybody here. Guys, there's been a lot going on in the knife community lately. The question is, what do we focus on? What do we look at, right? You know, I usually go for about an hour on Wednesdays. I like to keep it light. I like to keep it short. But, man, we talked about this one last week. The bestech TARDIS. Oh, man. This is the TARDIS is one of those knives that if you don't need a tip on your knife, this is the knife. It is not a stabby knife. It does not matter what the reverse grip is like on this knife. This is 100% utility. Some people love it. Some people do not. I am a little drawn to it, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe it's all the colors. I know. Again, I'm easily entertained. Can't help it. But it's not too expensive. $63. D2 blade steel, interesting blade shape. I bet the ergos are pretty good. The handle scales remind me of what they put on the bestechman Dundee. Looks like a very similar handle scale profile. That is to say that they didn't take very many risks. I like the full blade length fuller. That's nice. The thumb stud in there, I'm wondering, is it necessary? Right? Is it necessary? I don't know if the thumb stud is necessary or not, because that's kind of what the fuller does, but I don't know. I would actually have appreciated it if they had taken that thumb stud, moved it back a little bit, and made it more of an external stop pin. Thumb studs that are external stop pins, it's something of a preference, a design preference, personal preference. I like it. I definitely like it. Hey, we got Chris Hinkle joining in, channel member as well. Welcome in, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
BC Gerb says, I love the straight edge blade. You know, for utility purposes, and let's be real, most of the time we're just using these knives for utility, right? Most of us. Some of us, you know, we do use them for more like work, or some of us carry for a self-defense purpose. And you know what's weird is that I think that I think it's weird that the YouTube community has effectively shamed people who carry a knife for self-defense. And I've kind of changed my opinion on that lately, because no matter what you carry, you have the right to defend yourself, right? And some people take that seriously. I think that what gets lost in translation is when I mention that I wouldn't choose a knife for self-defense, I mean that in the term that I wouldn't, first of all, I would choose my brain for self-defense. That means not putting yourself in a situation where you need to protect your life with a weapon. But secondly, it is just being prepared, right? So on one hand, I get it. We don't want to promote violence or people thinking that they have all of this ability when they've never practiced or trained a day in their life. But I will say this. If you carry a knife for self-defense and you haven't done so yet, I highly suggest finding a class for that. There are classes out there that you can take. So I don't want to discount those of you who do carry knives for that purpose. I just wanted to throw that out there because I know that there's been some shaming going on, you know, because you're a mall ninja if you carry a knife for self-defense, right? Carry whatever you want. Just get trained. That's all I'm saying. Anaso says, looks like a razor. Get your whole barbershop quartet one of those. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty Fly says, if that fuller is like the bestech slither fuller, it needs the studs. That's good to know. I've never checked out the bestech slither. I used to review a lot of bestech knives, and then out of nowhere they got rid of their US support guy, who was kind of my connection to bestech and being able to check out their knives. And they reached out to me after and they said, hey, are you still interested in checking out our knives? Can we add you to these pass rounds? And I said, of course. You know, updated my info with them and everything. And then nothing. Not one iota. They have not reached out to me since. The truth is, just like you, I have a limited budget in what I can spend. And so that means that even though I'd love to check these knives out, sometimes it's just not in the cards. Anaso says, anyone remember what knife recently had both a hole and a stud? I believe. Are we talking about this guy? The civivi Sentinel Strike? Fantastic knife. Absolutely love this knife for a button lock, under $100. Decent materials, excellent construction, great fit and finish, feels good in the hand, very lightweight, thumb stud, thumb hole. And I would have actually preferred that they had chosen one over the other. I don't think that we need both, but a lot of people disagreed with me on that. You know, I released that opinion in my video that I did on this knife, where I said, hey, I wish that they had chosen one instead of both. And plenty of people responded and said, no, I want the multiple deployments. So apparently they listened to you. They listened to the opinions of everyone. Personally, I don't like I'd rather have a thumb hole than a thumb stud, because when I go to sharpen this, I don't want the stud getting in the way of the sharpening path. But a lot of people disagreed, and yeah, that's the thing about opinions. And apparently Civivi knew that. They knew that people wanted multiple deployments, and so that's what they did. I get it. And I could probably remove these studs if I really cared that much, but I get it. Anaso says, was biking home and there was a guy having a meltdown on the jogging path. Lots of homeless encampments. There were other people walking, and I didn't really know what to do. Yeah, you know, living in the city, I live in the city, right? I live in the Denver area, and I run into that kind of stuff. You know, I go out walking my dog, and there's people that are cracked out of their minds. And it's not like I live in a seedy neighborhood. I don't. But the homeless problem, and it is a problem, is widespread. And so is drug use, drug abuse. And so you never know what you're going to run into. The other day I was out walking my dog, and there was a person that was screaming like an animal in the bushes. And that's weird. And you never know what kind of people you're going to encounter. I'm assuming that comment was about the self-defense topic that I mentioned, but I'll say this, you know, it's better to be prepared. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But always the best tool for self-defense, it's right here. Between your ears, it's your brain. Use it. You will keep yourself out of those situations. Hey, we got Top Dog in the house. Welcome in, Top Dog. Channel member, channel moderator, all around. Great guy. Good to see you, Top Dog. Welcome in. Bluminati Ninja joining as well. Welcome in, Bluminati Ninja. Guys, if you don't know, Bluminati Ninja has his own channel. Definitely check him out. All right, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing stuff in the chat. Pretty Fly for a Knife Guy says, thumb stud is great for thumb flicks, where the hole is better for reverse flicks, in my opinion. But yeah, I hate when the thumb stud gets in the way of sharpening. Dude, me too. You're preaching to the choir, because I carry everything that I own. There's not a single knife that I will look at and say, oh, I won't carry that knife. I carry everything. And that includes rarer pieces like my Spyderco Magnitude. I will carry that. But what comes with that is that eventually I'll use it to the point where I need to sharpen it. And when I sharpen it, I don't want to run into the thumb studs. It bothers me. All right. El Cap Addict says capsaicin spray is probably the best line of defense. Man, that's no joke though. Have you ever been hit with that stuff? I haven't, but I've been in the vicinity, and just walking near an area that's been sprayed by like pepper spray, bear mace, is rough. Oh. It's not an experience that I ever wish to experience. All right. Hey, we got Brian F in the house. Welcome in, Brian. Good to see you. All right. Let's see what's out here. Okay, so we looked at the TARDIS. Not a great self-defense knife, needless to say, but it could be an amazing utility knife. I don't know if we'll have a chance to check it out or not, but there it is. The Bastinelli Foreigner Fixed Blade with canvas micarta, $280, manufactured in Italy. But here's the thing: if I reviewed this knife, I'd say, yeah, it's got M390, and then the immediate response from the general public would be, how's the heat treat? Because Italy is known for having softer heat treats. I know how this works. Bastinelli, Sebastian Bastinelli is an amazing designer, and I'll tell you what, if you do carry a knife for self-defense purposes, look at Bastinelli. He is a weapons expert, both tactical, defense, whatever. He's a practitioner, and he's really good, and he designs his knives around that thought process. You know, this is a knife that you could use for utility, but it's not what it was designed for. $280. Damn. Cool looking fixed blade though. What else do they have? If I click on newest, I appreciate that White Mountain Knives is always updating their website with new user interface. They got the tactile turn Ember Slim Bolt action pen. You know, speaking of pens, I'm curious, did you guys, for those of you who are on Instagram, did you see that Smooth Precision Pens is going to stop doing pens? You know, the creator of the Tie Scribe? Maybe that was a joke, but I saw a post where he's like selling his inventory because I think he's going to get into knives. But it was kind of weird to me because he did the pen thing for so long. Oh, B. Walsh, don't do that to the people. B. Walsh said, he says an Italian soft heat treat is called al dente. Al dente. Does it stick to the wall? Like, you know, like that's what the Italians do, right? When they find out if the spaghetti is ready because they throw it at the wall, and if it sticks, it's ready. That's what I heard, anyways. Pretty Fly says, yeah, had some Fox and Freeze plus pepper spray get set off in my house a couple of times. Oh yeah, oof. In an enclosed area, I'd be opening up the windows, hitting the fans, hitting the Febreze. You know. Hey, we got Matt Russell joining us as well. Welcome in, Matt Russell, channel member, channel moderator.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you, Matt. LCAP says, during St. Patty's Day one year, I was near an area where a lawful order to vacate wasn't being observed, and they sprayed the stuff in the air. It moved down 100 yards, and we couldn't tolerate it. Damn! That's rough, man. At least they didn't hit y'all with the beanbags, right? You know, the riot shotguns with the beanbags. Those are rough, too. All right, so yeah, wow, a lot of the tactile turn pens on here. Flightanium Arcade. Should I try to get the Flightanium Arcade on the channel? Should I try? I know that a lot of channels have reviewed it. I haven't reached out to Flightanium, but I have a feeling that they probably wouldn't respond. But I also haven't tried. I'm feeling like maybe I should try and then just put it on my list as a knife of interest in case it comes across my desk some other way. But it just feels like it released and everyone did a video on it, and I don't even know. Is it worth it? I don't really feel the urge. The arcade. Do they even have arcades left? Okay, yeah, so they got at least one. They got at least one. Hey, shout out to Oreo Dave, guys. Channel member for 8 months? What? Channel member.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oreo Dave, thanks for being a channel member for 8 months. He says, bedtime, cheers, soon to be dad, and awesome folks. Thanks, Dave. Sleep well. Thanks for joining in, and we will catch you on the flip side, my man. Definitely appreciate it. Hey, we got Dang Ross in the house. He says, the Vision is better than the Shark Lock. You're talking about the Civivi Vision or the Wii Vision. They both use the same lock. It's actuated in a similar manner. I reviewed the Wii Vision R, and I actually prefer that to the Civivi Vision. I like the pocket clip. Not a lot of people do. That was a sticking point for a lot of people on the Vision Rs. They don't like the pocket clip, but I do. I like having it on the spine of the blade. That's great. It's truly ambidextrous on the pocket clip. People just didn't like that, but I did. Brian F says, I sprayed myself once. Neighbor's girl left her car keys hanging out of her door. I went to grab to bring to her, and mace somehow went off in my face. Try to be nice, and that's what I got. Damn, dude. You maced yourself? That's rough. And then you have all that time to think about your actions. They say chivalry isn't dead. But that's what we get. That's what you get for being nice. All right. Flightanium Arcade. Should I try to get it on the channel? I don't know. I 100% do not know if I should try or not. Maybe I should just send him a message and find out. I'm just not sure if there's any interest there. What is coming soon? Trying to see if there's anything we didn't go over last time we were here last week. So far, oh yeah. the White Mountain Knives exclusive RS Chaos, RS KAOS, the Mayhem, the White Mountain Knives exclusive with the plain tie and the blue accents. I actually think that looks great. I am a sucker for LMAX, and I think the LMAX is one of my favorite steels. I'm tempted to find a way so that I can have both. I should probably just be satisfied with one. But I think those are pretty cool. Ah, yeah. Anaso says Devo Growler V2 comes out tomorrow. Yeah. I'll be missing another Devo drop. What's wrong with me? All right. Sounds like Bluminati Ninja is heading out. He says, gotta hit the sack. Great seeing y'all. Thanks for the shout out. Of course, brother, thank you for joining in, and we will catch you on the flip side. Top Dog says, never settle for just one. Yeah, that's why I have so many knives. I've actually been trying to cut down on my collection a little bit so that I can actually solidly carry everything, and so I just don't have knives that are hanging out that I forget are there. So I'm going to be doing a knife sale soon, and I'm going to be giving the channel members the first opportunity, the first right of refusal, if you will, to say, yes, I'd like that knife, or, no, I'm not interested. So channel members, keep an eye out, because very soon I will be posting some knives for sale. Some good knives. Nothing that I sell, by the way, is a bad knife. Sometimes I just need to shrink the collection a little bit because I run out of space. Like, you guys can't tell because my background hasn't changed, but my location has changed. I'm no longer in my own office. That became a nursery. So yes, I have much less space than I used to. So yeah, I will in fact be selling some knives here. What happened to my screen? Anyways, that was weird. My screen got stuck. But yeah, channel members, keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting those for sale on the members only community tab. So just keep an eye out. B Walsh says, love me a Rollshambo knife sale. I got myself two of them.
I chose my path. You chose the way of the hero.
We appreciate it, B Walsh. We appreciate your support, and everyone who's bought a knife from me. Thank you. Your support means a lot, and I hope that you've been enjoying those knives. If I remember correctly, I think B Walsh, I think you got my Luft Concepts Avant with the skiff bearings. Am I remembering that correctly? That was a great knife. Hope you're enjoying it. Top Dog says, baby gets first dibs. Yeah. That is facts. Hey, we got Papa Rhino in the house. Welcome in, Papa Rhino. Good to see you, man. All right. Sorry, guys. Itchy face today. It's weird. I get into the live stream like, what do I do with my hands? I can't touch my face. Jim Miller says, been there, move myself outside to the storage room. I don't have a storage room. I have a garage, but I park in it. I can't really store a whole lot in there. One of these days. Hey, Old Dominion EDC joining in as well. He says, mine just went to college, so my former office turned nursery is now my office / knife storage again.
Oh, yeah.
man. He went to college and you slammed that door like,
This is Sparta!
get out of here. This is my this is my office. I'm storing my knives in here. I'm just kidding. Hey, congrats, man. Congrats on helping your child to get to college. That's pretty cool. Neil Knight says, love your cool-headed, reasonably badass reviews, brother. Keep up the good work. Damn, thank you. Appreciate that. I always hope that my content is entertaining, but also, you know, educational. Give people my opinion. Some value that. Some tell me that my opinion is wrong. Interesting thing today. I saw a comment that I had to respond to because this guy watched one of my older videos where I did a grail or garbage ranking on the Spyderco Manix 2, and I gave it a good ranking. I gave it a high recommend ranking. I just didn't rank it as high as my other Spydercos. I love the Manix 2. The Manix 2 was my first Spyderco. I like it. I just don't think that it's the best Spyderco. A lot of people disagree with me. That's totally fine. But this guy, he commented, and he was like, I'm waiting on my Manix 2 in the mail, and based on other reviews, I think your opinion is wrong. It's like, and I responded, I was like, you should I highly suggest waiting till you receive your Manix 2 to come up with your own opinion. I just don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Opinions are opinions. It was his opinion that mine was wrong based on other people's reviews, and he hadn't even gotten it yet. And that killed me inside. It killed me because I remember me, you know, when I first started getting into collecting and basing my opinions off of the opinions of reviewers, and I'd never handled the knife before. And now I see that happen, and I just cringe because I get it. You know, sometimes I buy a knife and I watch other people's reviews to see if they're as excited about it as I am. It killed me. I died a little bit inside. Neil Knight says, I love that many times you, Metal Complex, and Shabazz are often the antithesis of each other in reviews, likes and dislikes. I rotate between the three on my commute. Damn. That is storied company you have, man. Nick Shabazz and Metal Complex. Appreciate it. Those guys, I really got into to the knife community on YouTube because of those two guys. So I don't even think that Metal Complex knows I exist, except in his comment section, because I used to, once upon a time, leave my opinions in his comment section and like their paragraph long dissertations. MC, if you ever watched this live stream, do you remember the journal entries? I remember. Pretty Fly says, that's just like your opinion, man. Like, dude, it just kills me. It kills me when people are like, your opinion is wrong. I'm like, we're okay. We can disagree. We can disagree. And also says, leaving troll YouTube comments. Dude, listen, I'm not afraid to disagree with anybody. I have a deep appreciation for the channels that got me interested. You know, like, I don't always agree with Metal Complex, but I really enjoy his style, his in-depth analysis of knives and design, and you know, I really appreciate that. The things we disagree on are things like, are Demko 80 20.5s overpriced? And I'm sorry, no one's going to be able to defend that stance because it's just, well, it's his opinion. It's my opinion. But I definitely appreciate the conversation. I remember having a back and forth in his comment section over that once. It stayed respectful. But yeah. Mikey Daily Carry in the house. Guys, if you haven't checked out Mikey's channel and you like anything to do with EDC, like backpacks, knives, etc., I don't know what you're doing. Go check out Mikey Daily Carry's channel. Really awesome content. Very, very cool stuff. Neil Knight says his live stream chats look like the Matrix when Neo started being able to read code. Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough, but he's popular for a reason. He's established himself. Metal Complex has established himself as a pillar of the community. Some people love him, some people do not. But his content is there, and you can't deny how much influence he's had over the knife community because he's made so much of it that if you ever look for a review on a knife, on pretty much any knife, you will almost always find his opinion there. And I think that that's pretty cool. It takes a lot of dedication. I didn't used to understand just how much work goes into having a channel, and now I do. But when you look at the body of his work, he's done so much that even if you don't agree with him on everything, you have to appreciate the fact that he's contributed so much knowledge and opinion to the hobby. You just have to. Ward 918 says, I reject your version of reality and insert my own. What movie is that from? That's from a movie. What movie is that from? Hey, we got T Fetch in the house. Welcome in, T Fetch. Tree Stabbing Troy joining us as well. He says that knife really brought the room together, man. Jim Miller says, I learned tons from Neves. Dude, me too. Me too. Jared's a great guy. For those of you who don't know, if you ever want to chat with me live before this live stream, I usually go over and hang out in Neves' live stream shortly before I go live here. It's always good to say hi to some people that won't end up making it in, or just to see what he's talking about. Sometimes he's got some good topics that I like to kind of expand on. Jared Neves, I'll say this, he's never shied away from helping out smaller content creators. I've had several conversations with him, and he's just a super cool guy. Always willing to help. Matt Russell says, I watched an older MC video today looking for a review on a ZT-0308. That's what I mean. If you think of a knife, like if you're looking for a knife on the used market and no one's making content about it because it's not a newer model, I guarantee you he's got a video on it somewhere. His body of work is undeniable. Pretty Fly says, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Was that from there? Yeah. Craig Vincent says, I watch all of you guys. Everybody brings something to the table. Everyone can be blowhard sometimes, except you, of course. Oh, you listen. You don't have to spare my ego. I've watched some of my previous content, and I look back after having a knife for a long time, and I'm like, why did I think that this was that good, or why did I think that this was that bad? There are some knives that I wish I could get back that I don't have anymore, just so that I could amend that video. Because I look at some of my opinions now and I say, you know what, I said this, but it really wasn't actually that bad. I'll tell you what though, the Manix 2, my opinion on the Manix 2 remains the same. I highly recommend it, but I don't think that it's a grail, and I don't think that, in my opinion, it's the best Spyderco for me. But I do like it a lot. I do highly suggest it, but I ain't taking that one back. Mikey Daily Carry with the $5 donation. Damn. Thank you, man. Thank you. He says, your reviews are inspirational, Roll. My knife IQ gets higher with each video I watch of yours. Keep the awesome content coming, my friend. Dude, thank you. Thank you. That it means a lot to hear that. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
I've learned a lot. If you look back at some of my content from July of 2022, the ironic part is that earlier content is some of my most popular content, bar none. But I was still in a stage where I was learning a lot, and so just being here, making content, interacting with you guys, I've actually learned a lot. Lauren Smith said, you had me at blowhard. Can't threaten you with a good time, can Can we? Welcome in, Lauren Smith. Good to see you. Dang Ross says, definitely my favorite cologne reviewer. Knives? Yeah. Dude, I wish I could get into that. I don't have any money left to spend on cologne. I spend it all on knives and baby stuff. That's the facts. T-Fetch says, can't call me that. I didn't buy one or receive one. Oh, that was a response to Mikey Daily Carry. Gotcha. Yeah, guys. I kind of went off on a tangent there. Something that I rarely do, but I think I want to do more of, is trolling Instagram, because there's a lot of cool stuff that I only find on Instagram. For example, did you know that you can get a custom fixed blade from Armor Knives for $175, $250? Yeah, I learned that today. Check this out. So he has, here's the caveat. The caveat is that it's a small friggin' knife. It's the baby squirrel. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. But he's doing the baby squirrel fixed blades right now. And they're reasonable for being custom fixed blades, even if they are small. Tell you what, he's got a custom dagger that he makes, this guy, that I would love to get my hands on. I want one of these. Button locked, double-edged dagger. Looks great. Love to have one of those in my collection. 100%. But Armor Knives. I'll just show you on here. This is a small knife. It's got like a 2-inch blade, but it's custom work by a reputable and award-winning knife designer with good materials. Let's see if I can find it. Store. We'll go to the store. The baby squirrel. Look at this. You can get it in Damasteel. $250. You know, you want to get your patriotism on, you can get it with the micarta American flag. This one caught my eye. This one right here. This is not a great picture of it. I wish he would send it to me just so I could take some better pictures of it. But it's Magna Cut blade, forest green fat carbon with brass pins. And I'm tempted, guys. I'm tempted. I've wanted to get my hands on one of his knives for a long time, but it's small. It's like a 1.75 inch blade. So it's not a very big knife. This is going to be like a 3.5 finger knife to hold on to. The handle scales are way longer than the blade, but I'm really intrigued. I think that looks fantastic. I just wish that the blade was a bit bigger. I mean, don't we all just wish that it was just a bit bigger? Realistically. Pretty Fly says Armor Squirrel is one of Mass Faction's favorite knives. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I reached out to Ryan, I believe his name is Ryan Moreno, runs Armor Knives. And I asked him, I said, hey, would you be willing to loan me a knife so that I could feature it on the channel? And he said, I don't loan knives to channels anymore because I would send them out and they would come back beat up. Damn, I don't know who's out there beating up these custom knives, but y'all gotta stop. Gotta be more respectful so that we can continue to get knives like this on the channel. I feel like I want to reach out to him again to see if maybe he'd let me just check out maybe one of these baby squirrels. Maybe I should just... gosh. He also has this one that looks pretty cool. This is the Kali Kiri toothpick. I don't know about you. I probably would not be picking my teeth with this. It's a good way to slice your mouth open. S90V, 7 inches overall. This is how you do a short blade right here. Like put that in a Kydex sheath. There you go. That looks slicey as hell. Mikey Daly says, just snagged the Lefty Pyrite. I gotta say, I'm loving it. Carbon fiber inlays with the black blade. Nice, dude. Nice. The Pyrites. So far, my favorite Pyrite is this guy. The Enthusiast Perfect Pyrite. Project Perfect Pyrite Enthusiast. That's because you get the titanium handle scales, AR RPM 9. It feels like a different knife than the regular Pyrite. It feels more premium too. And it's still under $100. Great value. Great value. And best part is, this one does not have, it doesn't have any detent lash, which the first one that I checked out did. But apparently I was the only one. Jim Miller says, a little fixie on the belt is amazingly useful. Javon got me carrying one. Dude, I love, small fixed blades are awesome carries. There's just something about carrying a small fixed blade that I really, really appreciate. And, gosh, let me see. I don't have many, but this is one of my fixed blades. This is the Skyraider Knives Banshee, American made by Skyraider Knives out of Arizona. And yeah, this one is awesome. These handle scales are completely removable. So if you want a sleeker carry, you can. You can get it with or without the retention ring. Personally, I actually do like it with the retention ring. It's not going to be for everybody, but they come with these cases, the Kydex sheaths. I've done pull the dot loops on here. I've done the ulti clip on here. Multitude of ways to carry it. Feels great. Absolutely. Lauren Smith says, can you post a link for the small fixed blade? Yeah, I can do that. Hold on 1 second. I got the chat pulled up on my phone. We'll get this going for you. Armor Knives. I don't know which one you were interested in, but I'll post the one that was $175. Yeah, there we go. All right. It's posted. It's posted, yeah. And I'll pin that to the top of the chat as well, if it lets me. Oh, it's not going to let me. Hey, we got Loot 10 Tex in the house. He says, what up, man? Hey, welcome in. Loot 10, good to see you, man. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, check out the New Breed EDC Clydesdale. We recently reviewed it. Awesome knife, great price, great design. Really enjoyed that one. Clydesdale's a good one. El Cap Addict coming in, doing the moderator thing. Thank you for linking to New Breed's YouTube channel. Appreciate it. All right. But yeah, Armor Knives, I was really severely shocked to see that they had knives in this price range at all, because he does not do cheap work. And for those of you in some sort of production capacity, you know that good work ain't cheap and cheap work ain't good. So it's great to see this make certain things attainable. Now, if we can just get one of these in that price range, this is the one that I was really interested in. Button lock, double-edged. He did this one with the Vegas Forged Wasp Head stainless Damascus blade. Oof. It's not a big knife either. Only 3 1/4 inch on the cutting edge. Forest green fat carbon scales. I just want to take better pictures of this knife for him. I wonder if he would send it to me just so I could take some better pictures. Maybe I should reach out and find out. Craig Vincent says, I've already bought 7 knives in September, but I haven't paid my rent yet. Damn. Pay your rent. Get that roof secured, okay? He says that's okay though, because if I'm going to be homeless, I'll need knives to defend myself and also carve up roadkill. You'll be all set. You'll be just fine. All right. So yeah, anyways, armor knives. One of these days I will find a way to get one of his knives in my hands so I can review it on the channel. They're not cheap, but he does a great job, and I think that they're reasonably priced for custom knives is what I would say. All right, let's see. Instagram. Midgards Messer USA. Oh yeah. My guy Mike over at Midgards Messer USA. He's currently in the process of making his own folder. That's crazy. He loves big knives though. And that is 100% a design that I could see him making. Look at that. Look at how crazy that handle is. That's bananas. He's also making a smaller version of the Berserker, which I told him I thought was an amazing idea because I love the Berserker. But it is too big for some people to carry both legally and preferably. It didn't stop me. I still carry it. But this one is going to be a smaller version. And I thought he said he was going to find a US OEM to make the smaller version. I hope so. I hope he's successful, but it's going to be the little Berserker, and it looks great. Still looks like a big knife. Just not as big as the regular Berserker. What else? What else? All right. Limited edition benchmade infidels. What do you want to bet these are like $500-600? You want to find out? Let's play the game. How much are these limited edition benchmade infidels? I bet they're ridiculous. I bet they're more expensive than a benchmade Narrows. How much would you wager? No cheating. We'll check it out together on Blade Ops. Put your guess in the chat. I'm guessing that they're like $600. I haven't looked at these yet, but I just have a feeling. Anytime I see limited benchmade, I know that the price is going to be ridiculous. All right. I'm betting $600. Matt Russell says over 600. Pretty Fly says 467. Let's find out, guys. Blade Ops. Let's go. What are they selling these limited edition benchmade infidels for? All right. The answer is probably going to be way too much. What's it going to be? Benchmade infidel. I think I spelled that correctly. Did I spell it incorrectly? All right, so here we go. We've got the limited FDE infidel, $585. Damn. $585. That is, why? Here's another one, 585. I'm sorry, like that. I know that there's some benchmade fans out there that'll say it's 100% worth it. I just disagree. I would not spend almost $600 on an infidel. I just won't. I wouldn't. It's too much. Not when you can get like the Kershaw Livewire made here in the United States. Arguably just as good, if not better, of an out the front knife for like what, $200 in Magna Cut? Let's see. Can you get the Livewire right now? I think you can. I think they are actually available. Skipper, that's brutal, Skipper. He says, you could buy a real knife for that. It's official. Benchmade will never send me anything. It's okay. I don't need them to. Ed says, limited edition. It's so limited in this flat, dark earth. It's brown. Listen, I like some FDE as well. I don't know what makes it limited. I really don't. Kershaw Livewire. Did they sell out? I thought they still had some. They must have sold out because I'm not seeing it. I'm going to assume but let's see. If I go to Blade HQ, out of stock, Kershaw Livewire. Okay. So they did sell out, pretty much. Maybe they have them at Knife Center? Yeah, you can get them at Knife Center. $229 for the black with MagnaCut. What I want to know is why this blue one is $265. What kind of shenanigans is this? What's up with this chicanery, Knife Center? Why is this one $265 versus this one that's $229? And as far as I'm concerned, they're the same knife. Is it just because it's blue? The extra anno? What? Why? Like, don't get me wrong. I still think that $265 would be a fair price for the Kershaw Livewire. It's the Matt Diskin Livewire. Premium. It doesn't tell me why this one. It doesn't tell me why this one should be an extra $40. Yeah, it's blue. Okay. I don't get it. My friends, I do not understand. Loot 10 says, I hear good things about the Livewire. Me too. Craig Vincent says, what are some top contenders for a folder under $200? There's so many. There is a decent amount, but I'll show you one right now. In the 200 and under price range, I highly recommend the Concept Fenrir. Now, this one has what I like to call the peppermint candy ice cream carbon fiber. That's not going to be everyone's jam, but they do have micarta. They do have ones with more normal looking carbon fiber. Personally, I really like this, but it's S35 VN on the blade, titanium bolsters, titanium 3D milled pocket clip. It's a front flipper with thumb studs. Action is perfect. Really, really like this one. So the Concept Fenrir, this one I think is like $175. I recently reviewed it. Definitely one that I would highly recommend. Plus, I really like that blade shape. It's kind of a spear point, drop point, harpoon. Yeah, it's badass. So that's one that I would highly suggest in the $100 to $200 range. This is what happens when you have way too many knives. Another one that I would recommend would be, let's see if I can pull it up here. For starters, definitely check out the New Breed EDC Clydesdale. I believe that's $125. 14C 28N titanium handle scales. Recently reviewed it. It's great. And if you go to newbreededc.com, $115, my bad. But these are in production, so they will be shipping out in a reasonable time frame. Loot 10 will tell you all about it. It's his knife. $115. Loved it while it was here. Fantastic for the money. I would also, aside from that, what did I review real quick that was in the $100 to $200 price range? That's a tough price range. But you know what I have done? If you go to my channel, you'll find a couple options. It seems like a lot of the knives that I check out are either like under $100 or over $200. But there's some good ones on here. I would highly suggest looking at Spyderco in that price range. I would look at Beg Knives. So for example, this is the Osteo, and Beg Knives, they do a phenomenal job. I really, really like their knives. The level of fit and finish and production, they control so well. They're responsible for Riot having such good fit and finish. They're responsible for We Knife Company having such good fit and finish because Beg Knives actually trained both of those OEMs to make their knives. And then they became so popular that all of a sudden Beg Knives couldn't get their knives made on time. And so they recently switched. And this time around, they're not telling people who they're using. Osteo, it's going to be about $125. Definitely recommend that as well. Jim Miller has a great suggestion as well. The Tempest Jetstream. That's a great call out. I'm just jogging my memory. What have I reviewed that's in the $100 to $200 price range recently? Maybe we've unveiled a category that I could do more content in. I think that that's highly probable. Skipper says the Ritter RSK and MagnaCut. Merc. Yeah, dude. That would be a good one as well. Absolutely. The Bridgeport 395. Great suggestion. And also Monterey Bay. Yeah, Monterey Bay. If you like Ray Laconico, Monterey Bay knives. To give you an idea. Now, right now I'm not seeing very much available. A lot of the times they sell out quickly. This one's $235. Ray Laconico design, obviously. Made in China, but it's a Zerblast titanium. Is that zirconium blasted titanium? Damn. But you get ZDP 189 heat treated to 66 to 67 HRC. Damn. Yeah. That'll keep its edge for a very long time. That's pretty cool. I won't lie, that's pretty cool. Kind of want one. But yeah, one that I can wholeheartedly recommend is the Concept Fenrir in that price range. It's fantastic. Really like this knife. Ward 918 coming in with the Devo Knives suggestion. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, check it out. The Devo Knives Growler. The V2. You can get it with the aluminum handle scales, 154 cm. You can go with the carbon fiber handle. You can get it with the white G10, the Stormtrooper edition. You can get extra hardware for it. That's cool. I'd probably go for this one if I was looking at a Growler V2. This is going to be available tomorrow. Look at that. Yeah. I need to get my hands on one of these. The only thing I don't like is their consistent use of wire pocket clips, but the good news is that you can replace those with a clip from Lynch Northwest or Rip's Garage Tech. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Carbon fiber handles with the 154 cm blade. It's a weave carbon fiber too. Thomas McDonald says the Kunwu Padre. Hey, we got Barbarian Bronny joining in as well. Snotreg says I pre-ordered one last night. Awesome. Hey, Don Farmer in the house. Welcome in, Don. Good to see you, brother. Kicks to the Head says wire clips ain't that bad. I know. It's my personal preference. I just don't like wire clips. They feel cheap to me. They work really well as far as not tearing up your pockets. They go in and out of the pocket really well. On a functionality level, they're great. But for me, I feel like they look and feel cheap. And I can't, once I feel that, I can't unfeel it. Every knife that I've had a wire pocket clip on, I've replaced it with a Lynch Northwest titanium clip, and I've never regretted that. All right, guys. So, we've gone 10 minutes over. And for those of you who just recently came in, I do apologize. But I'd run these live streams about an hour long. And we're getting to the end of this one. Now, I am going to continue talking for a few minutes because I know that there's about a 1.5 to 2 minute delay. But I just wanted to say thank you, as always, for joining me every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. All of you beautiful people. All of the kind, encouraging words from those of you who are faithfully riding with the channel. I appreciate you. And I 100% hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your night, that you have an amazing rest of your week. I would not do this without you. And with things progressing the way they are, I might end up having to cancel the next live stream. Hopefully not, but we'll see. So make sure you stay tuned to the community tab because I will post channel updates there as well. But otherwise, just assume that we'll be going live Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So once again, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch you on the flip side.